Hello and welcome again to Chris's Caribbean Delights, an eclectic cooking channel. And today it's getting towards the holidays. The holidays are upon us, and we all are going to be trying to bake something. So I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to impart to you, share with you a lovely recipe which I have for a pound cake, a very fluffy and light pound cake. So let's go to those ingredients and let's get this pound cake started. Hello and welcome again to Chris's Caribbean Delights, an eclectic cooking channel. And today let's make another perfect pound cake. In my mixer I have here 3 sticks of Imperial margarine or Imperial Spread. It's that Imperial Spread. And I have 1 stick of butter and 3 Imperial Spreads. And I have half of a block of cream cheese. That's 4 ounces of cream cheese. And I'm going to mix this all together until it gets nice and light. And as you can see, that my butter mixture is nice and light. The color has changed, and it's working. It's nice and light right now. So right now I'm going to add 3.5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. We're going to just add that in and turn our machine on again. Now I'm going to let this go for about 5 minutes until it's well incorporated and start to get that a nice light consistency. Remember to always stop every few minutes and scrape down the sides so that there's nothing sticking on the sides that's not getting incorporated. So every few minutes we just do that. So our eggs are going to be next. So let's crack 6 eggs into a container, and the eggs must be room temperature, of course. We have our eggs all cracked and ready to go. Try to prepare your pan ahead of time. I usually use the butter paper. It still has some butter in there. Then we will get some flour and flour our pan. Perfect. While that is having a nice good mix there, we'll start adding our eggs one at a time and let that incorporate. Now that I have all my eggs incorporated, I'll put some pure lemon extract in here, about a tablespoon. Give it that nice lemony flavor. A little bit of ground nutmeg. Just about a teaspoon. I'll put some almond essence in there. You can also use some white vanilla. And we'll add 2 cups of sugar. You can always adjust your sugar. I'll just crank it up 1 more speed so that the sugar can get incorporated and melted. So I'm doing like a busy 4. And give this about 2 minutes and we'll check it. At this point, I'll add 4 teaspoons of baking powder. At this point, I added 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And in a minute, we'll be ready to pour in our pans. Yeah, guys, and after your sugar is incorporated, we just stop that after about 2 minutes, and that is what you want to see. It's not a runny dough. It's a dough that stays on the paddle. It just drips off and it stays on the paddle. It's not a runny dough, and that's the consistency you're looking for, and that's the perfect consistency. So let's pour this out into our prepared pan. And if you think your pan is a little too filled, you just grab a little tester and just pour a few tablespoons of the batter into a little tester. And that's all you need. Half to maybe 2/3, but not all the way up to the top. Clean the pan. Just get the air out. We want it to bake as even as possible, so I'm going to use my little damp band here. I forgot what they call them. We're going to wrap this around here, and I usually would use a clip. You wrap this band around here because you don't want the sides of the cake to bake too fast. That pushes it up. So once you have this damp band around it, it doesn't bake as fast. The middle, I should say, sorry. Once you have this band around it, it keeps it cool on the center here, and the inside gets to bake, to the temperature, and then the outside will bake evenly. So the whole thing rises evenly and bakes evenly. So that's the purpose of this this band here. So I'm going to pop this in the oven at 350, and we're going to check on it in about 20 to 40 minutes. Hi guys, and it has been in the oven for 4 to 5 minutes, and this is what it looks like. It's almost done. I stuck a toothpick in it, and it's still damp. It still comes out a little wet, so it has maybe about 10 more minutes. But I'm putting this tent on it so that to stop the top from getting darker. I love that complexion, that color that I have right there. So I'm going to just cover it with a tent so that the top would not get any darker. Here's a picture of my sampler. The sampler came out wonderfully. Here we are guys, the finished product. It took maybe about an hour and 15 minutes baking slowly until the toothpick came out smoothly. I just used the toothpick and it came out absolutely smooth. So our pound cake, spongy pound cake, has been cooling on the rack for a good 20 minutes, and we're now going to just shake it up and take it out of the pan. And we're going to let it cool a little more. It's still very warm on the inside, and I don't want to cut into it when it's warm. So we're going to give it a few more minutes, maybe another 10 minutes, and then we'll cut into it to see what it looks like on the inside. So let's cut into this wonderful pound cake. It's a spongy pound cake. And let's see what the inside looks like. Awesome.